Charlie and the Funny Fixes. In a small, peaceful town lived a boy named Charlie. Charlie was known for his smarts, but somehow he always ended up in the most amusing predicaments. Chapter 1. The Giant Shoes at School. One morning, Charlie arrived at school full of excitement. But there was one small problem. He had accidentally worn his grandfather's shoes instead of his own. These shoes were 5 sizes too big, causing each of Charlie's steps to sound like a giant stomping around. As Charlie walked into his classroom, his classmates burst into laughter. But Charlie remained calm. "No worries, I've got this," he mumbled. When the teacher asked why he was wearing such enormous shoes, Charlie explained, "I'm conducting an experiment to see if giant shoes can make me walk faster." The teacher and classmates were intrigued by Charlie's experiment, and the day ended with Charlie teaching his friends a lesson about facing embarrassment with a positive attitude. Moral: don't be embarrassed by small mistakes. Often, with a little creativity, errors can turn into valuable lessons. Chapter 2. Stuck in a Tree with a Kite. One afternoon, Charlie was flying his kite at the park. The wind was strong, and the kite soared high until it got stuck in a tree. Without thinking twice, Charlie climbed the tree to retrieve his kite. But once he reached the top, he realized he had a fear of heights. Panicking, Charlie found himself stuck in the tree. "This is bad," he muttered, "but I can figure this out." He noticed a bird's nest nearby and observed how the birds moved around comfortably despite the height. "If birds can feel at home up here, so can I," Charlie thought. He calmed himself, took a deep breath, and used a rope from his pocket to tie the kite. Charlie managed to descend safely while carrying his kite back. Moral: when faced with frightening situations, stay calm and find practical solutions. Fear only slows you down. Chapter 3. The Exploding Soap Washer. One day, Charlie's mum asked him to help with the laundry. Feeling confident, Charlie added way too much soap to the washing machine. It wasn't long before the machine began overflowing with bubbles, and soon the bubbles were all over the kitchen floor. Instead of panicking, Charlie laughed. "It's like a bubble party," he said, jumping into the frothy mess. But he knew he needed to clean it up before his mum came home. Charlie quickly called his friends for help. They all arrived and cleaned up the bubbles with buckets and mops. When Charlie's mum came back, the kitchen was spotless. And Charlie had taught his friends a lesson on the importance of measuring ingredients properly. Moral: sometimes when things go wrong, laughing it off is the best way to relieve tension. But it's also important to fix mistakes afterward. Chapter 5. Charlie's Wisdom. Charlie might often find himself in funny situations, but he always faces them with an open mind and creativity. He teaches that no matter how strange the problem, there is always a solution. And the most important thing is to never be afraid to laugh at yourself. Overall moral: every problem, no matter how big or small, can be solved with calmness, creativity, and a positive attitude.